Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Motorcycle Rewind, and today we have something special. The motorcycle that started it all. Guys, today we have a 1978 Yamaha XS650. That this was the motorcycle that started it all. And what this motorcycle started was probably a great relationship that I had with my old friend Yoda, Howard Doris. So some of you guys may have heard the story before. If not, if so, I apologize, but I don't mind telling it. So the reason why I say this motorcycle started it all is I had a 1978 Yamaha XS650. I know for those of you XS650 aficionados, this is a 75 tank. And we do have the side covers. It was just, I ended up giving this bike to my son-in-law, and it was shipped from here to Los Angeles, from Los Angeles to New Jersey, and then now back down here because they moved back to Louisiana. And so, yeah, it's the wrong tank for this model year, but this is my favorite tank of all of the tanks. I love the graphics on this. It's great, but I digress because I was going to tell you the story about it starting it all. And what I mean by that is I was having trouble with the Yamaha XS650 I had that I'd got. I had paid $50 for it, delivered. And I was having problems. It was running kind of weird, and I posted on a local group. A guy responded, and it said, "I've got a wrecked one of those in my yard. If you want it, you can have it." And his phone number. And it was my friend Howard, who became my friend Howard. And then so when I go to his house, sure enough, this motorcycle, it didn't look like this, obviously, different tank. It had ran when parked because the front forks were down around here. It was bent. It had ran into something and stopped. And then he got it from somebody else, and it just sat in his yard for years. Didn't go anywhere, didn't do anything. Just sat there waiting for the day that somebody would come along and we'll put it back together. And sure enough, I go talk to him. We become fast friends, and then one day we decided to get it running, to get it going again. And the cylinders are stuck. We made the fittings for the spark plug holes, the grease fittings for the spark plug holes, so that we could pump grease into it to free them up. We freed them up, and it's been running ever since. And Howard and I became fast friends, and he's since passed away, but he was one of the influences for me to start the YouTube channel, because he had passed away and he had amazing stories. And all of his stories, when somebody dies, all those stories stop unless somebody tells them for them. And so that's what I feel like has been my call to move his stories forward. And this is an opportunity to tell this story again. And this is the motorcycle. You know, we put it back together, got it running, and then Guillaume, my son-in-law, wanted a motorcycle. I had one. I wanted a little bit more free space. So I said, here you go. And it's not far away. If I ever need it back, it's right here. So let's take this sucker for a ride. Hey guys, let me jump in here real quick just to remind you, it's May. And that means we're dropping a video every day at noon. 30 days of videos. If you're not tired of me yet, you will be soon. Back to the video. Yeah, let's take this sucker. Guys, after that ride, I totally remember why the XS650 is my favorite platform. It just feels right. I don't know if it's the right motorcycle, but it just feels right. And there's a car show here, so let's do some wandering. fun. We took it out for a ride, and we ended up at a cruise night. Ended up with some cool cars. Let me know in the comments down below which ones you liked. So we were able to take this thing for a ride, and it ran okay. Not great, ran better on the way back. I did have a leaky carb on this side. I was just feathering the petcock just to keep it from, and it seemed to have maybe healed itself. Probably just a stuck float and after the vibration, because these have vibration, and just running it had to shake it loose because it shakes everything else loose. But it ran okay. We need to do some service. That was probably the first time it's been ridden. I mean, I rode it in the neighborhood once, but ridden outside of the neighborhood since last fall, since Guillaume put it away for the winter up in the Northeast. And so it needs some love, which we'll give it. Maybe a nice carb clean, or maybe just run it some more, run this gas out of it, see if it gets better. But definitely cleaning it up, making it look a little better. He does have the side covers. He didn't ship them with it when it was shipped here, so he has those at his house, at their house, so we'll be able to get it, and then we'll just kind of make sure it runs good and then go from there. Cool motorcycle though. I love it. Guys, every time I ride an XS650, I realize how much I like them. They are just such a great, I don't know how to explain the feeling if you haven't ever ridden one, but it's just this raw, it's just, I love it. I can't explain it. The only thing I can recommend is find a friend that has one, buy one yourself, go ride it, and then let me know, because they just feel a little different. Hondas, and maybe this is it, Hondas are a little more refined, right? Everything is a little tighter, everything's a little bit there. This is, you feel it. It's just a more visceral feeling, I guess, if you will, than a 750 Honda that is gonna run. Feels great, but it's just it's different. Which is the reason why people go, why do you have so many motorcycles? Because they all pull something different out of you. And this one is yet another one. There you have it. The motorcycle that started it all. This was one that Yoda said, I got a wrecked one of those in my yard. If you want it, you can have it. And then we became great friends. As always, I want to thank you for watching yet another episode of Motorcycle Rewind. And do me a favor, like, tag, share, and follow us on Instagram at Motorcycle Rewind, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks again, guys, and have a great day.